Hey there, nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Cheapskate, and we are back on the episode of Tales from the Tackle Zone Season 2. This is a series that is dedicated to our studio's Blood Bowl battle reports, and this is battle report number 17. It is a game that takes place in the Old World Conference between the Reikland Reavers of the humans versus the Scarcrag Snivelers of the Goblins. So both my friend Sister Serial and I will be throwing it down in battle report number 17. This is the very last game of round 3 of the Old World Conference, and this one is going to be a bit of a challenge. Sister Sarah has been undefeated this time with the victories of 2 wins and 0 losses, whereas my team actually has 1 win and 1 loss. However, though, I'm planning on trying to take down the Reikland Reavers because I do want to make it to the Blood Bowl. For those of you guys who are tuning in for the very first time, in case you're unaware, we have 12 teams participating in our Blood Bowl League. Our 12 teams are divided into 2 conferences called the Old World Conference and the New World Conferences. Both players in both conferences will play a typical round-robin format, playing against 5 other teams, and the teams with the best win-loss records will be, of course, playing for the playoffs for their championship for both the New World Conference and the Old World Conference. And the champions of both conferences will face off in the Blood Bowl for one last battle report to determine once and for all who holds sway over the gridiron. So with that being said, we're going to play some background music real quick. As the music is playing, we will show you videos of both teams as well as their rosters. If you want to see exactly what we're bringing for this battle report, go ahead and pause and take a look at your own leisure. So that being said, let's get this battle report on a roll. Alright, so that takes us directly to the first half of the game. So when it came for the coin toss in this one, the Reikland Reavers managed to win the coin toss. So Sister elected to kick off during the first half of the game, so that way she could receive during the second half of the game. So for the kickoff, as you can see, the ball pretty much settled over here, right behind my pogoer, a couple of squares back. I did get open snap as the play on this one, so I was able to move D3 plus 3 players 1 square forward. I rolled a 1, so I was able to move up 4 of my players. I decided to move 3 of them, however. My 2 Goblin linemen over in the wide zone moved up 1 extra square forward to get directly to the line of scrimmage, and I moved my pogoer, player number, Player number 18. It's not go to annoying, I just moved him back 1 square to get him closer to the ball. And that pretty much makes up the kickoff on this one. Now, as for the other game mechanics on this one, my friend Sister has a fan factor of 5 on this one. She's also got her 2 players in the reserve box. She's got 3 rerolls as well. For me, I also got a fan factor of 5 on that one, rolled pretty high for my fan factor, and I also have 2 bribes as well, so that way I can use my secret weapons more, and I also have 3 rerolls on this battle report as well. So now that the kickoff is done for the first half, we go directly to the top of turn number 1 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. Alright, so we go directly to the top of turn number 1 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers, and as you can see, I've coughed some pain in this game right off the bat. First of all, my Fanatic, that player's name is player number 18, sorry, not player number 18. I do apologize. That's player number 15, McGrib Lakepooler. Basically, he moves up forward his maximum allowance. Managed to smash directly into 2 players. He ran into players number 9 as well as player number 10, Max Herzog and Tillman Becker. Managed to put badly hurt injuries on both those guys, cracking right through their armor just automatically. So that part was absolutely insane. I got some really good rolls with my Mighty Blow. I used Mighty Blow for one of my armor penetrations for the first hit, and the second one I used Mighty Blow for the injuries. So because I put both these guys directly into the casualty box, earning himself 4 star player points at the same time. And basically my Fanatic just kind of pretty much ended up over here right next to the line of scrimmage. From there, I pretty much just moved up my players forward for the most part, just throwing blocks on my trolls and such, and moving up forward in order to go after the ogre. I then sent in my loony, that's player number 14, Rat Snag Sharptooth. He tries to do a blitz directly into him, but unfortunately all I do is I actually push him back is all I did for the most part. At the same time, I sent the rest of my linemen up forward, so that way they can get within good blocking positions, as well as giving myself some options. Meanwhile, my Doom Diver, as well as my Pogoer, player number 18, Snuggle the Annoying Magic, grab the ball and come back. That way I got some options. I could either run the ball if I need to, or I could pass it to my Doom Diver and then do a throw teammate action later on and try to get him directly into the end zone. Either way, I got a lot of options for me, and it caused a lot of blood to be spilled. So because I go directly to the bottom of turn number 1 for my friend, Sister Serial. All right, so we go directly to the bottom, turn number 1 for Sister Serial as well as for the Reikland Reavers. And this is turning out to be a very violent game. So let's talk about what ended up happening. So first of all, Sister Serial sending her catchers on either side. This player over here, I believe that's catcher number 8 is his name. His name is Aldrich Herzl. Tries to throw a blitz directly into my Pogoer. It's not going to annoying. Unfortunately for him, though, he only got a stumble results because I do have the dodge skill, so I just kind of go back one square, so no harm, no foul. At the same time, she also sends her other catcher directly along the wide zone, trying to go direct here and intercept my player back here. At the same time, blitzer number 3, this player over here, that player's name is Andre Gaffing. Managed to do a block action directly into my player number 3, Goblin lineman Graugaz, and managed to knock him out as well. So because he is currently in the knockout box as well. If you notice, one of my players is also in the dugout, which is basically in the casualty box, which is my loony Ugsnag Sharptooth. Let's talk about exactly what happened there. So first of all, this ogre player here tried to throw a block directly into him. All he managed to do is push him back, so he pushed me back to this square here, which is next to one of his blitzers, which is player number 4. Now, player number 4, the blitzer, did try to throw a blocking action, but unfortunately for him, though, he basically got, I think it was push is all he managed to do, so he followed through and decided to do a foul real quick, and he managed to roll boxcars on that one, so because Sister Cell did puncture and cause a foul. She also punctured my armor and also put a casualty directly onto my loony, so because of that, player number 15, sorry, not player number 15, player number 16, Ruck Snap Sharptooth, my loony, got a serious injury on that. He's seriously hurt, so because he will miss out his next game as well. And so at the same time also earning herself 2 experience points by doing so. Unfortunately, she did get caught because she rolled boxcars in order to inflict the foul in the first place. She decided to argue the call, ended up with a 1, so that player does get sent off, and at the same time causing me a turnover directly to my side as well. So like I said, very violent game so far with a lot of violence taking place on both sides. So with that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 2 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. All right, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 2 for the Goblins. And as you can see, more chaos has erupted on the field as more players in the Reikland Reaver are slowly being put into the casualty box. It was absolutely insane. So let's go and talk what happened. So first of all, my Pogoer, that's player number 18, it's not go the annoying. He does manage to pass his agility test to jump over directly to this catcher, makes it directly away to my Doom Diver. My plan is to actually hand off the ball my next turn to my Doom Diver, hand my troll through my Doom Diver, uses his swoop ability to land safely and score a touchdown that way. And at the same time, cause as many casualties as I can. As you can see, I did have one of my trolls. This troll, I believe his name is Pillow Pants. No, Listerfiend. He throws a block directly into player number 11. As you can see, he managed to knock out that player. So because of that, Bernhold Reese is currently in the knockout box, and you'll have to see if he comes back after the drive. So there's another pain that's taking place over there as well. At the same time, I also move my 2 goblins in the wide zone directly to the end zone, so that way they can act as blockers once I throw my teammate. However, one of the most dramatic things took place, however, was my Fanatic. That's player number 15, McGrub Lakecooler, managed to smash directly into player number 3, Andre Gaffing, the Blitzer. Managed to put a casualty on him, cracking his armor and putting him in the casualty box as well. He is seriously hurt, so he will miss out his next game as well. So just like that. Either way, look, I am getting 1 additional league point for putting 3 casualties in the knockout in the casualty box. So that part was insane as well. And that pretty much makes it my turn for this one. So with turn number 2 over with, we go directly to the bottom. Turn number 2 for my friend Sister Serial. All right, so that takes a look at the bottom, turn number 4 from our friend Sister Serial. As you can see, some dramatic things have occurred. She's pretty much going on the offense on this one to stop playing defensively. First thing she does is manage to pull a series of beautiful agility actions from player number 6. He's a blitzer named Lanric Mackhold. Managed to throw a blitz directly into my Doom Diver. Scrag Madjaw, player number 17. Managed to put a stun result on him. Managed to crack his armor as well. So because of that, my Doom Diver right now is currently passed out. At the same time, she also swarms her catchers around my Pogoer as well, so things are not looking good that way. She also sends one of her blitzers to go behind my lion as well. She does try to throw a block with Thargal the Immovable against one of my linemen, but unfortunately, she managed to get a stumble is all she managed to get. And since my goblins all have dodge, she just went back 1 square, so no harm, no foul. And that pretty much makes up the turn on this one. So with turn number 2 over with, we go right to the top of turn number 3 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. All right, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 3 from my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. As you can see, some more destruction took place on the tabletop, so let's talk about what happened first. So first of all, my Fanatic. That guy is my MVP in this game. His name is McGrug Lakepooler. He managed to go around the skirt using the template. I was actually getting a couple of successful series of rolls off. I had to go for it twice in order to make my impact, but I did manage to hit player number 8, who's a catcher. His name is Aldrich Herzl. Managed to put a knockout result on him. So because he is currently in the knockout box seeing stars and Tweety birds, because he got hit in the face with a giant bowling ball attached to a chain, which was absolutely kind of hilarious on that part. After that, I did manage to use Projectile Vomit for player number 0, Listerfiend, my troll, and I put that directly onto player number 6. His name is, Landrick Mackhold is his name. He's one of the Blitzers. Managed to put a badly hurt result on him, so because he is currently missing out the game right now because he's in the casualty box, and I'm taking out 4 members of the Reikland Reavers so far. So that part was absolutely insane. And from there, of course, I had one of my trolls move up to her to support a block sent by one of my goblins directly into this catcher. Managed to get a stun result on him as well. Meanwhile, since no one was there blocking my Pogor moved his maximum allowance directly through the wide zone. At the same time, I set my 2 goblin linemen to mark this player as well. So hopefully he won't be able to pull a blitz and screw up my chance of getting a touchdown. And that pretty much makes up turn number 3 for this one. So with that being said, we go directly to the bottom, turn number 3 for my friend Sister Serial and the Reikland Reavers. Alright, so that takes directly to the bottom of turn number 3 for Sister Serial, and unfortunately she does try to move her thrower. That character's name is Abelhard Frua. She tries to skip the tackle zone to try to skirt around and throw a blitz directly into my Pogor, but unfortunately she failed her agility test because she goes crashing to the ground. I don't penetrate her armor, but that causes me a turnover for her, so just like that, turn number 3 is over with for Sister Serial. So that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 4 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. So we go directly to the top of turn number 4 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers, and touchdown number 1 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. I activated my Pogoer. It's not go the annoying. He moves his maximum allowance directly to the end zone and scored my very first touchdown against the Reikland Reavers. So just like that, I'm now up 1-0. At the same time, unfortunately, my friend Sister Serial has lost 4 members of her team so far, 2 in their knockout boxes. Hopefully she can get them out of the knockout box and put in her players in reserve so that way they can start playing the rest of the game. So that being said, we'll be right back as my friend Sister Sarah and I re-rack up, and then we'll come back after this. Alright, so now we're back for kickoff, and unfortunately, as you can see here, my friend Sister Sarah does not have very many players on the field right now. She's lost 4 of them right now, one of them being sent off, the other 3, of course, being knocked out for the most part. Sorry, 4 of them being put at casualties, one of them is being sent off. Unfortunately, one of her blitzers did not manage to recover from his knockout, so he is still in the box. So as you can see, she only has 7 players on the team, and I pretty much have my entire team as well. Unfortunately for me, I was not able to actually have my lineman recover from his knockout, so he is still kind of stunned. So because that does force me to put my Fanatic back on the line, which isn't such a big deal because I have 2 bribes, so because I used up one of my bribes to put that Fanatic back, so now he's back on the field as well. As you can see, I got a nice little defensive line taking place back over here. Now in the end, of course, the ball did land over here just 1 square short of actually hitting it directly into the crowd, so I got lucky that way. However, though, when I came up with the kickoff event, it was open snaps, so of course D3 plus 3 players got to move 1 square if they want to. Sister Sarah only moved 3 of her players, which are her thrower, one of her catchers, as well as one of the powder monkey, which is her halfling, and they moved down 1 square directly towards the ball. And that pretty much makes up the kickoff on this one. So that being said, we go directly to the bottom of turn number 4 for my friend Sister Serial. Alright, so we go directly to the bottom of turn number 4, and unfortunately for my friend Sister Serial, once again, disaster strikes. What ends up happening is that player number 7, who was one of her catchers, his name is Merkel Krankenkinder. He tries to move directly and tries to weave his way through the line. He was actually doing pretty good. He actually got all the way to this square over here next to the bloodstain. Unfortunately, when he rolled his roll again, he managed to get a stumble because he failed to dodge, so because it does fall down. My friend Sister only has 1 reroll left for this half, so he decides not to use it, so because of that, he does go down. But unfortunately, his armor gets penetrated in the process of doing so, and he gets knocked out, so because of that, he is currently in the knockout box as well. And the ball, of course, is still right here in the bottom, and that caused me to turn from our friend Sister Serial. So that being said, we go directly to the top of turn number 5 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. Alright, so that takes directly to the top of turn number 5 for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. And as you can see, destruction just rained down upon my poor opponent, Sister Serial. It was absolutely insane. She's only got 2 players left on the tabletop, so let's talk about exactly what happened. So first of all, I activated my Fanatic. His name is McGregor Legpooler. Now, originally when I rolled to see where he's going to go, he's going to go directly into player number 0, Listerfiend, which means I'm going to probably injure my own player. So because I decided to burn up one of my rerolls, so because he decided to go forward 3 instead. So he went forward, managed to hit directly Thargal, the immovable, managed with the power result as well as knock him over. However, I did go forward 3 squares, and because of that, each time I hit him, I kept on going forward, going to the 3 o'clock position, going forward. And of course, he had to take armor saves every single time. The very last one, I penetrated his armor. When I rolled for his injury, ended up being a casualty in that one. I rolled a D16, and just like that, he ended up dead with a 16 result because that he is currently out right now. At the same time, Listerfiend also throws another block directly into player number 5, Aegis Koenig, managed to penetrate his armor as well and put a badly hurt result on him. So because he also goes in the casualty box. My other player number 8, X, Listerfiend, my troll, throws a block and managed to knock out one of the catchers as well. So because he is currently in the knockout box as well. And since there's nobody left on the battlefield, I just kind of go forward and move as quickly as I possibly can in order to do so. Now, my friend, Sister Cyril, for obvious reasons, decides not to go any further. She decides to kind of call it quits at this point, and that makes sense, and I'm obligated to let her do so. And the reason why is because, yes, she does concede the game, but she gets 1 point for league points because she doesn't score a single touchdown in this game, so I can understand why she want to do that as well. Besides, I already won this game with only 1 lead already, so no harm, no foul. And plus, I'm 9 squares away, which means we have to go a couple of turns for me to make a touchdown, and I just don't want to put my friend Sister Cyril through that. So just like that, this game ends with a dramatic victory for my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers, causing a lot of bloodshed in this game. Absolutely insane. We're going to go directly to the after action report because this game is now officially over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Alright people, now it's time for the after action report. This is the part where we talk about what went well, what went poorly, and what we can learn for the next time that we play. This is the after action report for battle report number 17 of our Blood Bowl League. This is game number 9 in the Old World Conference, and this one ended up being a victory for yours truly. So let's go and talk about the Reikland Reavers real quick. So from our friend Sister Sarah, the Reikland Reavers, 4 characters of hers got badly hurt, which are Blitzer number 5, Aegis Koenig, Blitzer number 6, Landred Mackhold, Lineman number 9, Max Herzog, and Lineman number 10, Tillman Becker. All 4 of those guys were badly hurt during the game, so they made full recoveries, so no harm, no foul. However, player number 3, Andre Gaffig, who is a blitzer, suffers a serious injury, so because of that he will miss out his next game. And unfortunately, player number 13, Thargal the Immovable, which was her ogre, died, and so because of that, he got eliminated off the roster as well. Now for advancements, blitz number 3, Andre Gaffig got the MVP on this one. They gave him 4 additional star player points, and with those star player points, Cicero decided to choose the Mighty Blow skill for Andre Gaffig, managed to increase his value by 20,000 gold pieces. Now, she did manage to win 50,000 gold pieces from this game, but she decided to put it all directly into the treasury because she plans on saving that money in order to recruit another ogre for her team. Now, because of that, she didn't recruit anybody and actually got no inducements as well. Unfortunately, because she lost this game, she did lose 1 dedicated fan, so because of that, now she has a dedicated fan base of 2 up. For league points, she got +1 league points for actually conceding the game on this one, so it brings her grand total to 8. Her new record now is at 2 wins and 1 loss, and her new team value now is at 1,105 points. So moving on to my team, the Scarcrag Snivelers. For my injuries, I lost player number 16, my loony, Rucksnag Sharptooth. He got seriously hurt, so he will miss out his next game. So because of that, I'll go on to my advancements. Fanatic number 15, Megub Leg Pooler, decided to choose the Juggernaut skill to make it a little bit more unstoppable and also increase his value by 20,000 gold pieces as well. Now for my winnings, I won 60,000 gold pieces from this game, as well as combined with the 25,000 gold pieces I had in my treasury, gave me a total of 85,000 gold pieces in total. With those 85,000 gold pieces, I spent 40,000 to recruit a Bomba, player number 14. His name is Boom Boom, and I took the remaining 45,000 gold pieces and put in my treasury. The reason why is because I plan on buying a 3rd bribe, so that way I can use my secret weapons on this one. So I'm really excited to see exactly what a bomber does for my gang, for my team as well. Now, I didn't purchase any inducements at this time for my dedicated fan base. It increased by 1 point, so now I have 3 dedicated fans in total. For league points, I got 1+1 league point for causing 3+ casualties in this game, as well as another 3 points for winning, giving me a grand total of 8 league points in total. My new record now is at 2 wins and 1 draw, and my new team value is at 1,215 points. So that's good to do for this, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, as well as blog.com for all the latest greatest hobby news related to this channel. That's good to do for this one, you guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and stay classy.